Hi everyone, and welcome to my messy room, my messy hair, messy everything. If you guys like the makeup that I have on, I filmed a tutorial for it. So, yeah, you guys can check that out if it's already up or not. Anyways, so today I thought that I would do a review on these Wet n Wild 8-pan eyeshadow palettes. Now I know I think they have a couple more. I know they have a matte one, but unfortunately I couldn't get my hands on the matte one. My Walmart doesn't have any of these, but I was able to get it at Walmart at the next city next to me, so that's not very convenient because that's about like half an hour away. And when I saw them, I wasn't sure if I wanted to buy one or buy all of them because I didn't know if I'd like them. So what I did was I did buy one of each, and I said if I didn't like it, to hell with it, I'd return it because they're only $5 each. So I actually ended up buying backups of all of them, and I bought some of them on the same day just purely because what if I did like them and I wouldn't see them again, and if worse comes to worse, if I don't like them, I can just sell them. So I bought backups of them, and I have to say that I'm kind of glad that I did because I do love the Wet n Wild eyeshadows. Now, this is where I'm kind of upset. Now, while these are pretty cheap, I won't lie to you, these are $5. I don't understand because for the 6-pan color icon, I paid $6.99 at Zellers. So I'm a little confuzzled why they would make these ones cheaper. Maybe this, like, they're limited edition or whatever. Unfortunately though, these are discontinued from what I found out. So if you have any of these or you see them and you really like them, I would stock up on them because they're gone. And these are also limited edition. So I got all three, and the one disappointing thing about them, and I think this is what everybody's complaining about them, is the packaging is just so flimsy and just so crappy. All of my little thingies have fallen out. All my little sponge tip oh, there's one right here. It just comes with like this useless sponge tip applicator with like a crappy brush, whatever. I usually toss those, no problem. Aside from the packaging being flimsy, these eyeshadows are like extremely fallout happy. Like the minute you set your brush in them or your fingers, I think fingers work a little bit better, but I don't like sticking my fingers in my makeup, so that's where I'm in a conundrum. But if you have no problem sticking your fingers in your eyeshadows and putting them on with your fingers, then you'll be okay. But for me, I don't like when I put my brush into it. There's like so much fallout, and I feel like so much of my product gets wasted. And I really do like these colors because when you put them on, for at least this palette, you're good because you don't really need like a tacky base like NYX Jumbo eyeshadow or something, or Milk. You don't need that. You can just get away with like Urban Decay Primer Potion or something, or even like concealer, and you're good. Like, they're very pigmented. Like, they're really, like, I think you can see that it's balling up a little on my fingers because they're like so like powdery, but they're so pigmented. Like, they're amazing, and I love them. I love all the colors. This color in particular on the bottom, this is the Comfort Zone palette, by the way. This color in particular is a dupe from MAC's Blue Brown Pigment. It's almost exact. I swatched them together. So, I mean, like, these are amazing. My only qualm is just the fallout factor and the cheap packaging. And if you try to ship them abroad, it will end in disaster because these will break before they even leave the country. Like, that's how terrible it is. Now, for $5, this is a really good deal, especially if you're just starting out with makeup. Like, these palettes are amazing because for $5, you get 8 colors. A lot of them are like, say, MAC dupes or something like that. MAC or Urban Decay. And really, who has like $17.50 to spend on one eyeshadow? Like, to me, that's just ridiculous. So this palette is definitely good for people who are like starting out, or even if you're just a makeup fanatic in general. But I do suggest being very careful with them. And the packaging. Like a lot of people I've seen have been depotting them and putting them in Z palettes. I would totally say that's a safe bet, but even depotting them, they may break depending on like how you scoop them out of the actual shell, like the casing. If you can get them out safely, then yeah, I'd put them into like a uni palette or a Z palette or something like that, because this packaging is just designed for failure. It's horrible, and I really hope that Wet n Wild will change this. So this one is Comfort Zone, and I have to say I love every single color here. Like this color is so similar to like Smog by Urban Decay. This green color is just so beautiful. This color is like if Retrospect and Satin Taupe had a love child and maybe had an affair with like Sumptuous Olive. This is like the color that you would get. It's a really beautiful sort of taupe color with like just the slightest hint of like olive to it. So this palette is amazing. I have to say I've got my money's worth with Comfort Zone. I've used it a lot. I'm so glad that I have a backup. My second favorite palette of the three is definitely Blue Had Me at Hello. I don't love every color in this palette, but I do have to say every color in this palette is very pigmented. This black is not really like a black. It's kind of like sort of like a gray black. It's not very black. But it is quite pigmented. It is quite dark. That's even after like rubbing it off. This navy blue and this teal, they're just amazingly pigmented. Like they're really good. So all these colors in this are pigmented. I really like this sparkly black. Unfortunately, the shimmer doesn't really stick around once you put it on and blend it out, but you can see on my fingertip there is just a little bit of sparkle there. So this palette was definitely my second favorite. I've actually used this one a lot. Like you'll see that the embossing on the actual eyeshadow itself, the imprint is almost completely rubbed off because I've just been using this color so much. So so definitely this palette, Blue Had Me at Hello, was a definite probably a repurchase for me. I would definitely repurchase this before it's completely gone. I do have a backup, but I'm kind of scared I'll probably use it because I've been using it so much, and since they're fallout happy, they might finish faster than say like a MAC eyeshadow or Urban Decay, because I don't feel they're as pressed and you do get a lot of fallout. So you probably will end up using more of these eyeshadows in the long run, which is unfortunate, but for $5 you cannot go wrong. So this brings me to the last palette, which is Petal Pusher. Now, this is the one that people seem to like, and this is the one that I seem to not like. So, first of all, the colors on this side are quite pastel. The colors on this side are quite plummy. Now, this color is sort of like a duochrome. It looks white, but it actually has like a pink undertone to it, but as you can see, it is very chalky, and it doesn't go on very pigmented at all. Even like this color, the second color, is almost like a matte purple. They're not very pigmented on this side. This color is like very chunky and very hard to blend. It's more of like a blue based purple with like lots of chunky silver glitter in it. I'm not a fan of this side at all of the palette, but I have to say that I really do like this side of the palette. This color to me is sort of like a dupe for MAC's Beauty Marked eyeshadow, and this one is sort of like, as Saravinia said, like I love watching Saravinia's reviews. She said this is what MAC's Trax eyeshadow would love to be when it grows up, because with Trax it can get bruisey and muddy looking when it's blended out, but this color is just so pretty. It's sort of like a mauve purple with like a copper reflect. It's very interesting. It's a really beautiful color, but this color is just like your basic frosty pink. I mean, there's nothing special about this color whatsoever, but this sort of like Beauty Marked color is really beautiful. This is just a sparkly black with multicolored shimmer, but really it just goes on like black. Like you don't see the sparkles too much. So I have to say, out of all of these palettes, this is the one that I favored the least. I did buy a backup of it, but I have to say I don't see myself using this palette all that much, and if I do use it, I'm just primarily going to be using this side of the palette because this side of the palette really sucks. So I was really disappointed, but again, for $5 it is a really good deal because I mean, considering you would pay maybe like $18 for one Urban Decay eyeshadow or $17.50 or something like that, and $17.50 for a MAC eyeshadow, for this palette for $5, even if you're just using this side of the palette alone, it's amazing because you still get 4 colors. $5 in, not to say these colors are bad, they're just not what I expected them to be, you know, considering the fact that the quality has been absolutely amazing on the other two palettes. I kind of expected more of this one because, you know, I expected the same amount of quality. But in all, I have to say I'm very, 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 very pleased with these. But I really do hope Urban Decay really steps up their game with their packaging and with their formula. As pigmented as they are, they're just way too Fallout happy. I think they need to be pressed better. And yeah, that's pretty much it. You know, I would like love to do proper swatching of all of these, but there are like 101 blogs that have already like swatched and reviewed this. So if you guys would like me to do swatches, let me know and I will post it on my blog. I don't want to do it and then post it because, sorry, I haven't had a lot of traffic to my blog recently. So if you guys are interested in seeing swatches, let me know and I will totally do swatches and put pictures up for you. So thank you guys so much for watching. I really, really appreciate it and I hope you enjoyed this. I hope this helped. And if you do get a chance to pick these up, already have them, let me know. If you guys already have this, let me know. And if you guys like the Petal Pusher palette, let me know. Let me know what you guys do to make it work. So that's pretty much it. Thank you guys so much for watching and I will catch you guys next time. Blog, pictures, Twitter, Beautylish, everything will be below. Thanks. Bye.